So, good day. For today's lesson, we have to move with the next topic, which is all about geologic features. So, as we all know that geologic features is the result of movement of the plates. Okay, so every time na meron tayong movement sa plates natin, always tayong makakapag-produce or always may occurrence, may existence ng geologic features or geologic events. So one of them is earthquake and the other one is mountain. So let's talk about first earthquake. So earthquake is a sudden vibration within the lithosphere from a quick release of energy which result in the movement of rocks. Excuse me. So earthquakes are caused by a sudden movement or vibration of rock along pre-existing fault. So ano ba yung fault na tinatawag natin? Fault is a broken surface in the Earth's crust which results of the rock movement. So yun yung hati dun sa Earth's crust natin. Yun yung fault. So what are the causes of earthquakes? Do you have any idea what causes earthquakes? Okay, so earthquake occurs for many reasons. So three of them are eruption of volcano, collapse of a cavern, and stress that builds up between two lithospheric plates. So let's talk about first the eruption of volcanoes. So earthquake and volcanoes are related because earthquakes can occur without volcanoes, but volcanoes cannot occur without earthquakes. Dahil every time na may movement sa plates, mapa-convergent man yan or mapa-divergent, meron yan always na mapoproduce na earthquake. Hindi nga lang ganon kalakas compared kay transform plate boundary. So, earthquakes and volcanoes are related. Bakit? Kasi every time na may volcanic eruption, expected na ang aftershock niya kung hindi eruption pa din, earthquake. Dahil, base sa lesson natin in distribution of active volcanoes and earthquake epicenter, masasabi natin na nag-occur ang earthquake at ang active volcano in the same location. Okay? So, that's why they are related with each other. Okay? Kasi kung saan mayroong volcanic eruption, dun din nag-o-occur ang ating earthquake. Okay? Next, we have the collapse of a cavern. So, sa collapse of a cavern, it is a breaking down of caves. Okay? Yun lang yun. Kasi sa lakas ng impact ng pagguho ng mga kuweba ng kalupaan, iyon yung nagkokos kung bakit nakakaramdam tayo ng konting pagyanig sa kalapit na lugar kung saan nangyari yung pagguho na yon. Okay? However, the major cause of earthquake is the stress that builds up between two lithospheric plates. So, earthquakes can occur without volcanic activity because stress can be applied to Earth's plates. So, ano ba yung tinatawag nating stress na yan? So, yung stress na yan, it is a force tend to compress, to pull apart, or deforms a rock. Okay? So, yung stress na yan, yan yung meron dun sa dalawang lithospheric plates natin na nagkokos kung bakit may earthquake. The point on which the energy of an earthquake is first released is what we call the focus. So it is found within the fault plane. However, the point on the surface of the Earth directly above the focus is what we call the epicenter. So yung epicenter, it helps the seismologist to locate the earthquake. So sa epicenter, iyan na yung nararamdaman natin. Okay, going back sa ating focus, focus ang other term niya ay hypocenter. So sa focus, unang nare-release yung energy ng earthquake. Then, once na na-release na kay focus yan, i-reach niyan yung surface, kaya magiging epicenter na siya. That's why epicenter is a point on the surface of the Earth directly above the focus. So to visually see, yan siya. So ang focus nasa ilalim ng surface natin. Ang epicenter nasa surface mismo ng Earth. Okay? Energy is produced when an earthquake occurs. So the energy is released in the form of seismic waves. So seismic waves are significant in studying earthquakes. We have two types of seismic waves, the body waves and the surface waves. So let's talk about first the body waves. Body waves, as you can see on the screen, it is the waves which travel in the rock below the surface of the earth. So waves, it is a waves that moves with the interior of the earth. Okay? When these body waves move, it will across the surface rocks and eventually will generate the surface waves. So nagta-travel lang daw po yung body waves dun sa interior ng earth. So, hindi mismo dun sa surface o dun sa crust. Okay? So once daw na na-reach na ni body wave yung surface rock natin, it will generate or it will produce the surface wave. Okay? We have two types of body waves, the P waves and the secondary or the S waves. So P waves is also known as the primary waves and S wave is also known as secondary waves. So based sa ating activity, how can you differentiate P waves and S waves? So P waves are the first waves to arrive seismograph. It is faster than the S wave, wherein P waves do not travel through solid object. It travels only in liquid. Okay? Next, we have the S wave. So, kaya siya S wave secondary wave, meaning siya yung second wave na nag-a-arrive dun sa ating seismograph. It can travel in liquid and in solid. Okay? Next, on the other hand, we have the surface wave. As we all know, surface wave from the word itself, surface, means ito yung wave na nararamdaman na natin kasi nasa surface tayo ng Earth. Ito yung wave na nagta-travels out towards the surface of the Earth. We have two types, the Rayleigh and the Love waves. So how can we differentiate Rayleigh from Love waves? So Rayleigh wave is a vertical component of motion. So it can propagate or it can travel in liquid object. So same sila. Somehow magkapareho sila ni primary waves. Okay? That's why tinawag si Rayleigh wave na rolling ocean wave. Kasi parang sa tubig daw. More on nagpo-propagate siya sa tubig. Next, we have the love waves. So love waves is a horizontal component of motion. So it can travel in solid only. Wherein love wave cannot propagate or travel in liquid. So dito naman para siyang si S wave or si secondary wave. Ang pinagkaiba lang nila ay yung movement ni love wave ay side to side. Okay? So, si love wave ay iyan yung wave na nagiging dahilan kung bakit may mga infrastructure na gumuguho. Okay? So, to visually imagine, para mas ma-imagine natin yung dalawang waves na yan, consider natin yung ating GIF. So, wait lang. So, sa body waves, ito ang tinatawag nating P wave. P wave ay mahahalin tulad natin yan sa movement ng spring. Are you familiar dun sa spring na nilalaro nyo nung bata kayo? So, once na minove mo yan, or pinush mo yan forward, so iyon ang motion niya. While on the other hand, we have secondary wave. So, secondary wave, mahalin tulad natin yan sa motion. Kapag nag-aano tayo ng rope, nagpapasag-pasag tayo ng rope, so yung movement niya parang may wave. Doon makikita talaga yung wave niya. Then, we have the Rayleigh wave. So, sa Rayleigh wave, yan siya. Para siyang may ano din, may alon. Then, lastly, we have the love wave. So, sa love wave yun, as you can see, side to side ang kanyang motion. So, yun ang direction ng propagation niya. And that's for earthquake.